like Japanese-style miso salmon? I fell in love with it the first time I tried this recipe. Simple, easy, and absolutely delicious.
That's right. Today's recipe is another easy one. The salmon doesn't need marinating and still tastes amazing. Plus, with veggies on the side, it makes a perfectly nutritious meal. Absolutely, this recipe is like a Japanese-style salmon steak with fish, vegetables, and tofu. Every bite is so satisfying. Ingredients: salmon, carrot, cabbage, sweet peas, traditional tofu. That's perfect! Miso from Miso Soup works wonderfully. Friends who know me well know I love cooking with simple, on-hand ingredients and seasonings. I recently bought this 3-piece vegetable grater set. It's pretty handy and on sale for just 10 Malaysian ringgit. Friends who are interested can scan the QR code to purchase it on Shopee. Perfect! Just like this, you can easily drain the water. Using a small plate to wash veggies also helps save a good amount of water. For tender and enjoyable sweet peas, it's best to remove the tough fibrous strings along the edges after washing and draining them. This step is especially helpful for those with sensitive teeth, as it greatly improves the texture and makes them easier to chew. A quick prep like this can turn simple ingredients into a more pleasant dining experience for everyone. Sweet peas cut half and set aside. Wash the cabbage leaves and keep them whole. Peel and cubes carrot. Rinse the salmon and pat it dry with a paper towel. Spread the miso evenly on both sides of the salmon fillet. When steaming fish, I like to add a little cooking wine to remove any fishy odor. Since miso already has a salty flavor, I don't add any other seasonings. I add half a teaspoon of sugar to balance the saltiness of the miso. Place cabbage leaves underneath the salmon. Then add the chopped carrots and sweet peas. I'll add the tofu in at the very end. I selected the steam bake fish mode on this oven, forgetting that the factory default setting is actually for baking fish fillets. After baking the fish, I add the tofu and then use the steam mode for 3 minutes. Since my salmon fillet is large and thick, it stays moist and tender without drying out. The salmon looks even more delicious after being baked. I find that baking it first and then steaming makes the fish even tastier. Feel free to adjust the method to suit your own preference. This plate of salmon is enough for 2 servings. It's very filling. Paired with tofu and vegetables, it's not only visually appealing, but also incredibly delicious. The savory umami of the miso has fully infused into the salmon, giving it a rich and deep flavor. The fish is seared on the outside from baking, yet remains incredibly tender and juicy inside after steaming. The overall taste is a well-balanced mix of savory and sweet, complemented by fresh vegetables, making every bite satisfying without being heavy. Adding tofu was initially purely inspired by the thought that the rich, savory depth of miso would pair wonderfully with the mild, delicate softness of tofu. Meanwhile, the natural hint of sweetness from carrots and sweet peas helps to layer the flavors of the whole dish, making it refreshing and anything but monotonous. Combined this way, it not only brings more balanced nutrition, but also creates a more vibrant texture. Each bite offers a little different delight. This steamed and baked salmon is essentially a Japanese-style fish steak. It's slightly crisp on the outside, tender and juicy inside, with rich layers of texture. The savory miso and fresh sweetness of the vegetables make every bite truly satisfying. Salmon has tender, rich flesh packed with high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids. Its natural oils release a mild, creamy aroma when cooked, giving it a smooth texture. Regular consumption supports heart health and helps nourish the skin. Tofu has a soft, mild texture that readily absorbs the flavors of ingredients it's cooked with. It's rich in plant-based protein and isoflavones, offering high nutrition with easy digestion. As a low-calorie food, it's ideal for health-conscious or diet-friendly meals. Sweet peas are crisp and subtly sweet. While carrots bring a natural sweetness together, they add color and texture to dishes. Rich in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, they aid digestion and support immunity. Light cooking helps preserve their nutrients and fresh flavor. Give it a try and learn how to make this. Such an easy recipe. Definitely add it to your go-to list so you can whip it up anytime you crave it. If you also love simple recipes like I do, or are looking for step-by-step cooking videos, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Follow Me. I'm exactly the person you've been searching for. Thank you, everyone. Hope you like my recipe sharing. Follow my channel so you may refer to the recipes in the future anytime you like. I like easy recipe because I believe that delicious food must be simple and quick to prepare. After all, there are so many things going on every day, right? My channel will also start sharing how I find vegetarian recipes that are suitable for vegan like me when eating out. If you are a meatless person like me, then there is no problem with putting it in your eating out diary. Vegetarianism can be divided into the following categories, and their differences are briefly summarized. Vegan: do not consume any animal products, including meat, fish, eggs, milk, honey, etc. Avoid using animal products such as leather and wool. Lacto-vegetarian: do not eat meat or fish, but eat eggs and dairy products such as milk and cheese. Lacto-vegetarian: do not eat meat, fish, eggs, but eat dairy products such as milk and sourdough. For vegetarian: do not eat meat, fish, dairy products, but eat eggs. Pescatarian: do not eat red meat or poultry, but eat fish, seafood, and may also eat eggs and milk. Flexitarian: mainly vegetarian, occasionally eat a small amount of meat or fish, without strict restrictions. Religious, cultural vegetarianism such as Buddhist vegetarianism and Hindu vegetarianism may prohibit the consumption of specific meats such as beef, pork, or 5 pungent vegetables such as onions and garlic. Main difference: whether eggs, milk, fish are included, and the degree of strictness. Veganism is the strictest, and flexitarianism is the most relaxed. Try to start with 1 meat-free day. Weekly small steps create big impacts. Heal the planet. Each vegan meal slashes 50% carbon footprint and saves water. Your fork protects forests and wildlife habitats. Kindness matters. Choosing veggies means saying yes to compassion, reducing farmed animal suffering with every bite. Boost your health. Plant-based meals packed with fiber and antioxidants cut heart disease risks, leaving you energized and glowing. I share delicious recipes every day, so don't miss it. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.